Aarti Jairath, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, Pawan Verma, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy of the BJP, senior journalist Aarti Jairath. Pawan Verma represents JDU point of view. Dr. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, Congress spokesperson, and my first question is to Gaurav Bhatia, National President of the legal wing of the Samajwadi Party and Samajwadi Party spokesperson. Now, this fixed match that you are playing to your own delight, with the Congress Party and the centre, has been completely exposed. One day, Akhilesh goes to the place of the riots, does nothing. Next day, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and Manmohan Singh go almost as if you are taking turns at these photo ops. You take no action. You take no action. You make false promises to the people. You have no courage, Gaurav Bhatia, to act against the killers. Not one of the politicians named in the FIRs has been arrested. What moral authority does your government have to rule anymore in Lucknow, Gaurav? And just because you're playing a fixed match doesn't mean you have a right to continue.
Yeah. I would like to correct you. I'm not the spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. And after that, I would say this, Arnab, that first there was an allegation which was baseless, that there is a fixed match between the SP and the BJP in another context. Now your channel is saying there is a fixed match between SP and Congress. I do not know, on what basis you are saying this. Regarding the inaction that you're talking about, let me place some facts before you so that you know what the state government has been able to do. First of all, you say that nobody has been arrested. And I would tell you that more than 200 people who were named in various FIRs were arrested.
No. I have a name as well. Rashid Siddiqui of the Samajwadi Party. Has Rashid Siddiqui of the Samajwadi Party been arrested? Has Rashid Siddiqui of the Samajwadi Party been arrested? Arnab,
has he been arrested? Opportunity to rebut me or to show that, no, I want to just place my facts the way I would feel that is appropriate. So 200 persons who are named in the FIR, those have been arrested. Then 1850 preventive arrests have also taken place. 9 persons have been arrested and detained under NSA, National Security Act. Apart from this, all other people who are absconding and who have made inflammatory speeches, they are absconding right now, but they will also be arrested. So don't say that the Samajwadi Party government has not acted. We will deal with everybody with an iron hand. We will ensure that anybody who is guilty of the crimes committed here.
Don't give me those standard lines, Gaurav Bhatia. You can give those standard lines on other channels and get away with it. Not on Times Now and certainly not on the Newshour. Let me tell you with absolute clarity, and allow me to complete, because I have had a growing feeling. I have had a growing feeling that over the last 1 week, your party and your government and your chief minister and your party chief and everyone thought that you would get away with it. Now, the fact of the matter is this. I will ask you only 2 questions. Okay? The first question is, I have a list of names. Names of politicians. Yes. Rashid Siddiqui of Samajwadi Party.
Yes.
Then there are 3 MLAs of the BJP. Then there is a BSP MP Kadir Rana. Tell me, have they been arrested?
Yes.
Have they been arrested?
Now, may I answer?
No, yes or no? Yes, it's not a complicated question.
No, I am answering your question in a very simple way. Regarding the 4 MLAs of BJP, the complicity involved was mainly of Mr. Sangeet Som. Though the discretion to arrest or not lies with the investigating officer, but Mr. Sangeet Som is absconding right now. When it comes to Mr. Kadir Rana, he is also absconding, but the police would find them. So don't think that, they would get away with all this.
It's so shocking.
When you take another name which you relate to SP,
Rashid Siddiqui.
Another name which you relate to SP.
Yeah, Rashid Siddiqui.
Yes. For
arrested?
Rashid Siddiqui also.
Arrested?
Yes, if there is complicity with the crime, he will be arrested.
No, but you have already decided he's innocent. But you've already decided he's innocent.
Who decided that?
You've decided.
I didn't decide that.
You have decided. I'll prove to you. You have decided.
Officer can decide.
The problem in the Samajwadi Party today, Gaurav, is that right hand does not know what left hand is doing.
amongst themselves. We very strongly say, and when the judicial report will come, you will see, the BJP and the Samajwadi have colluded to this in this incident. 50,000 people have been, become refugees. They are living in camps. And as far as Mr. Swami says, he will always talk in a strain which is extremely communal, and we can never expect a good word from him. But such an insensitive statement he has made.
Which one?
If the Prime Minister of a country, if the national president of a political party wants to go to an area where there has been such catastrophic disaster in terms of riots, the party, the BJP says it's tourism. It's shocking that they make such a statement. As far as they're concerned,
Rita Bahuguna Joshi, let me correct you. No, let me correct you there. No, let me correct you there. Let me correct you there. You are, no, 1 second. First, no, 1 second. No, 1 second. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, the people of this country have grown up and matured a lot. There were days when the people of this country may perhaps have been, impressed with the sight of a prime minister flying in a airplane over flood-affected areas and said, "Oh, look here, there's so much concern the Prime Minister has." Similarly, at one point of time, you may say the Prime Minister or the Congress President go to a riot-affected area. You expect people to say, "We are so grateful that you came," when the fact is that neither the Congress President, neither the Congress President, nor the Congress Vice President, nor the Prime Minister of India, nor the Prime Minister of India,
it's the duty of every responsible political party to try to establish peace in a riot-torn area. A place which has never witnessed riots of this kind.
Ms. Joshi, who wants this tokenism?
To live in harmony.
Who wants this tokenism, Ms. Joshi? Who wants this tokenism? Let me ask you, Ms. Joshi, who wants this tokenism? Who wants this tokenism? Who wants this superficial, hollow tokenism?
It's the duty of the Prime Minister to go to an area which is strife-stricken, to assure the people that the government is with them, that the incident will not be allowed to damage their lives further. It's kind of a moral support that he has to give it to him. And I think it's compulsory. Every leader should go. And they should go not with the purpose of polarizing votes, not with the purpose creating a strife again. Why did they go here? Why did they not
you don't think it's you don't think you're being slightly hypocritical there, if you don't mind my saying so? If you don't mind my saying so, you don't think
they went to the house of that journalist also who was killed. They have declared compensation to everybody who has been affected by the riot. They were talking to the people. I mean,
Pawan Verma,
why do you expect the Prime Minister not to go?
If I may ask, what is the compensation they have declared?
1 second, one at a time. One at a time. Pawan Verma, is the Congress party, which in the past has demanded president's rule in Chhattisgarh, which has demanded president's rule in several other NDA-ruled states, being slightly hypocritical in its approach towards the Uttar Pradesh government, where there have been 39 communal clashes in Uttar Pradesh, of which this is the worst.
We are demanding the resignation of the Chief Minister. You know that it's not so easy to dismiss the government. There are so many channels, and in the past the Supreme Court has taken stern view on certain issues or dismissals. So it is a moral responsibility of the government to resign if it cannot take charge of the situation.
Pawan Verma, despite your growing fondness for the Congress party, be fair tonight.
Yes.
Is the Congress party being hypocritical? The same Congress party that demands the imposition of president's rule after the Maoist attack in Chhattisgarh in May. That same Congress party today has gone totally soft on Mulayam. What do you think?
No, Arnab, I believe that the party that rules at the center cannot afford to be soft on a communal carnage of the kind that has happened in Muzaffarnagar, just 100 kilometers or so away from the capital of the nation. The real problem here is, whatever the name calling that may be going on, is that Muzaffarnagar is likely to be just a trailer, because the mix between religion and politics is very, very evident, and that is the real danger. And I want to say further that with Mr. Narendra Modi now as the prime ministerial candidate with the full backing of the RSS, the agenda is likely to be far more socially divided and communally polarizing. Muzaffarnagar could be the beginning, but the reality of India is such that if it spreads, it will be a very serious rash, difficult to control.
Why did you once again move it to Narendra Modi? Are you worried about speaking too much against the centre because you're awaiting the Bihar package? Is your local interest, I'm asking you tonight point blank, why don't you take a straight position tonight, Pawan Verma? You see, the problem is all political parties preach, but at the end of it, when it comes to biting the bullet, you will not say on Newshour tonight that the Congress party is being hypocritical in not taking any action.
We've been in the streets
If the Congress party,
we are all against the government.
The problem is that no one can be heard
Pawan
anymore.
Verma, after Pawan Verma, Subramaniam Swamy, I'm coming to you.
I want to give you a straight answer.
Go ahead.
I want to give you a straight answer.
Give me a straight answer. Yeah.
I want to say to you straight that if the Congress party, aware of the complicity of the SP, is soft on it, it is hypocritical. If the Congress party does not take action, even though the SP is an ally when its complicity is evident or proven, it is hypocritical. Because no party can afford to be soft on this kind of political complicity in communal
But they have, haven't they? Where is the doubt? Where is the doubt? The governor of the state has written to the centre reportedly slamming the state administration for failing to make the adequate arrangements, precautions. Isn't that fulfilling a precondition to involve Article 356, which gives you the right to impose President's rule?
I just heard...
Arnab, may I please come in on Article 356?
I just heard Ms. Bahuguna say that they have asked for the resignation of the Chief Minister.
Yes, we have. And we were in the streets today. Thousands of Congress people were in the streets of Lucknow today, braving the police of
debate is turning out to be...
No, I think that too is hypocritical, Rita Bahuguna Joshi, that the Congress and the government speaking in two voices.
Why is it hypocritical?
Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is.
The clear report of the governor and how the centre deals with it. We as Congress people, at the time when this happened, and the magnitude of the problem in Muzaffarnagar, that was the time when the central government was sending its forces into Muzaffarnagar.
No,
we were trying to cover the situation. That was not the time to say this was this government,
Ms. Joshi, hold your heart and tell me. Hold your heart and tell me if there had been communal clashes, in Gujarat, God forbid, if this had been Gujarat or any other state, NDA ruled state, please answer us. 39 communal clashes, this is the worst. So many people die in this incident. Governor has given in a report, and you say mildly that the Congress party has asked for the removal of the Chief Minister, whereas the Prime Minister is not going to, the Home Minister will not forward that, the Prime Minister will not act. You expect us to take that at face value? Subramaniam Swamy is responding in the debate. Subramaniam Swamy.
And 26 seats,
I am.
The people of this state have given them. First of
all, let me say that we have no idea officially as to how this whole thing started. And I must tell you that if you see that, it fits in with the pattern of many of the other communal riots that have taken. So first of all, the government should publish a white paper to tell us how this whole thing started and how it flared up. Number two, even if the Prime Minister and the head of... Please let me complete. Even if the Prime Minister and the UPA chairperson came after 2 weeks, the Prime Minister could have easily used not 356 but 256, which enables the central government to give directions to the state government as to what they should do. No communal riot can last more than 24 hours if the administration wants it to be put down. Why did the army take 6 days to come? These are the questions we want to know. Why the police did not act when the first...
Be careful, because the same question will be put to you in the context of what happened in Gujarat. But anyway, we are not debating Gujarat right now. What you said will...
Now,
there you said it. You said it, not I. You said it.
Now, wait a minute.
You said it. You said it, Mr. Swami.
Don't make it a propaganda.
I am not making it propaganda.
Don't make it a propaganda.
I thought I heard you say.
Make it a propaganda.
I thought I heard you say.
You start talking about Gujarat. I will say as far as Gujarat is concerned.
Yes.
I will say as far as Gujarat is concerned. Now you don't let me want to speak. Then it doesn't matter.
No, let him speak. Let him complete, Rita Bahuguna Joshi. Let him complete. Let him go. You mentioned a riot, and I said it may be put in the context of Gujarat.
If it comes to Gujarat, I'll say the same thing. There should be a clear analysis of how the whole thing started. How do we know?
No, that's not what you said. That's not what you said.
Only one.
That's not what you said. No, I don't want to make this debate about Gujarat.
Same thing. I am telling you the same. I am telling you the same thing. Gujarat started because innocent women and children are burnt in a railway train.
Well, you spoke about complicity. The word you used was complicity, Dr. Swami. The word you used, Dr. Swami, with the greatest of respect to you.
If you want to talk about all communal riots, I am ready.
With utmost respect to you.
If you want to talk about all communal riots, I am ready. There has been a study done by the India First Foundation on all communal riots.
With the utmost,
there is a pattern in it.
With the utmost respect to you.
All communal rights commissions all commissions on communal rights have come out with the facts from
all commissions have pointed out
how the RSS and the Sangh Parivar has been involved.
Rubbish.
So please go into all the commissions.
Wait a minute, we're going to come back to that. Aarti Jairat has not spoken. Aarti Jairat has not spoken. Gaurav after Aarti Jairat. Aarti, a thesis is...
India today is Congress party.
A thesis is... Subramaniam Swami, I have many more questions to put to you, sir. And I will come back to you. I think the BJP has a lot to answer for. Your present party, your new party, the BJP has a lot to answer for, sir.
Because you have been doing propaganda on it.
Sir, I have been doing no propaganda. I have been doing no propaganda. And
one-sided propaganda has been going on.
To ask a question is not propaganda. And to say that your statement will equally be applied in the context of Gujarat, I'm afraid is not propaganda.
You don't let me reply. You brought in Gujarat. I did not bring in Gujarat. And the Gujarat thing, you have to start from that burning of those innocent...
You mentioned complicity, you said state government. I didn't.
Who started that? That is how it starts.
Sir, Dr. Swami, Dr. Swami, 1 minute. Dr. Swami, I must settle this with you now. Just give me an opportunity. Aarti, 1 minute, please. I was about to come to you, but Dr. Swami has needlessly got me into, a verbal joust with him, which I must therefore then ask him equally straight question. Dr. Subramaniam Swami, here on the Newshour, you are taking positions against the Akhilesh government, right? Now, equally it can be said. Is there match fixing between... Allow me. I'll give you full opportunity, allow me. What about the match fixing between the BJP and the Samajwadi Party? Hukum Singh, a BJP MLA, against whom an FIR has been filed for violating the curfew, attended the Mahapanchayat on September 7th. He said nothing was done to stop the rally. And he said, and I quote him, since you are a lawyer, I will quote him. He says, none of the policemen at the pickets chose to question or stop me. That, in my view, sir, lends credence to the theory of a fixed game between the BJP and the SP. With the state administration does nothing to stop these rallies from going ahead. So you must be careful, sir, before you lambast the SP, because one of the reasons for probably lambasting the SP would be the fact that they encourage people from your party. Your party.
Are you asking me? Are you asking me a question, or you're indicting the BJP and me in the same time?
If you allow me to end the sentence, I will tell you that the sentence ends with a question mark.
So don't give me your opinion. Don't you give me your opinion. You ask me a question, I'll give you a reply.
I've given you the fact.
All right. What fact?
The fact that
tell you one thing. That, first of all, come on, if you want an answer, I'll give it to you.
Go ahead.
Number one, everybody has a right to address a rally. They are only subject to reasonable restrictions. It's for the state administration to decide whether the reasonable restrictions are apply or not, whether the man has exceeded his limits. Second, let me educate you. An FIR does not automatically mean an arrest. There is no compulsion. The Supreme Court has said a number of times that if you register an FIR, the police, it's not necessary
for the
wonderful.
Police that That's wonderful. That's wonderful you say that. I'm educated enough to know that. But Dr.
Yeah,
Swami.
you have to be educated. You're the most ignorant person when it comes
Well,
to
that's
law.
fine, sir. That's not the first time you've called me ignorant. I take that also as a compliment. However, I would like to tell you, Dr. Swami, that if I were to apply your logic to this particular case, then BSP, Congress, SP and BJP politicians get away and don't get arrested. Now, I'm asking you only one question and answer my question straight before I get Aarti Jairath in. Why? Why should?
I'll
Dr. Swami, allow me to complete. Allow me to complete. Allow me to complete, sir.
All right.
Allow me to complete.
Complete.
I am asking you, why in this country do all the minions, right, all the rabble-rousers at a lower level, right, all the local goons and hoodlums can get arrested? Do you think anyone will believe you tonight when you say that, if you say it's accidental that the politicians didn't get arrested? Nobody will see a design in the fact that the politicians, the MLAs, the MPs, the ex-MLAs don't get arrested and the local goons do? And will you take shelter, will you, Dr. Subramaniam Swami, take shelter behind the fact that there are people from other parties also accused of delivering hate speeches and not just the BJP? Tell me, Dr. Subramaniam Swami, where is the balance in that argument that you propose?
Come on, now, if you want me to answer, I'll tell you. I can here only defend the BJP. I don't know what the others have said. I have reviewed what the BJP MLAs and MPs said, and none of them has crossed the limit. Now, the state administration doesn't address them, and you say that I have to answer. You ask the state administration, which are an ally of the Congress party. The Congress party is playing both sides. If there's any match fixing going on, it's the Congress party.
Rita Joshi has to respond. Two people have to respond, but I let Aarti come in at this point of time. Two people responding, but I must let Aarti come in. Aarti,
I will give you...
Aarti, one second. Aarti, I'm so sorry to come to you late. Can anyone take high moral ground tonight? You have 4 parties tonight. In your view, which party can take high moral ground on this?
None of them, Arnab. And I'm really shocked through this entire debate. None of the political leaders have raised the 2 most important questions, 2 most important things that a government must deliver or a political leadership must deliver to people. One is ensure peace and security for everybody. And if indeed there is a communal situation, bring it under control immediately. And number 2, take action and punish those who are responsible for these. 1984, 1993, 2002, we're still waiting for the big guys to be caught. You catch the small fry, you take no action against the political leadership. And none of the politicians who have spoken today, none of the political leaders who have spoken today have spoken on behalf of the people. They're all busy settling scores with each other. It's very distressing.
Yeah, like you journalists.
Is that true? Is that true?
No, what's
the point clearly?
We've been always talking, from the beginning we are talking about the people who have suffered and why the Prime Minister had to go
why
there.
should we pay any attention to journalists?
What
about action?
No, one second.
People want to see the perpetrators punished.
Please wait. All the questions that you have raised are being addressed, they are being debated here. Now the question of match fixing. We had the House today in UP. The first day that the House was convened after this incident. And under Rule 51, all the political parties, opposition parties, put in a request for a debate on Muzaffarnagar. So did BJP. And after 2-3 hours of adjournment, when the speaker comes back, he says, okay, we agree on debate. There was a match fixing.
Ms. Joshi,
of course there's match fixing. The well, and they started yelling.
Of course.
Congress was insisting on a debate. The BJP did not want a discussion because they knew that this was a discussion in the House.
Ms. Joshi.
They would be prepared, and the complicity between...
Ms. Joshi, just tell me, I have 2 questions to ask you. No, one second. No, Ms. Joshi, I can't let that go uncontested, Ms. Joshi. Can you tell me, enlighten us, Ms. Joshi, am I right or wrong? Because Subramaniam Swami is of the firm view that I am wrong in everything and he's also called me ignorant for a second time tonight. Now, am I ignorant or am I not? If I were to say this to you, that in the year 2008, if my memory serves me correct, a party called the Indian National Congress demanded a CBI probe into the Kandhamal riots. And I ask you tonight, if you want to have a CBI probe into the Kandhamal riots, why don't you want to have a CBI probe and President's rule following the Muzaffarnagar riots? Rita Bahuguna Joshi, my second question to you tonight is it true, does my memory also serve me correct, that a Congress member of Parliament this year a Congress member of Parliament demanded a CBI probe into the violence in Kishtwar. The Supreme Court has agreed to admit a petition asking for a CBI probe in the Muzaffarnagar riots. The Samajwadi Party whose support you are surviving on in Delhi.
Arnab, that
You
is
are
factually
surviving
not
on
right.
their support. They have
Factually
said
not-
wait till the inquiry report. Why are you showing so much patience with the Samajwadi
Arnab,
Party?
please,
Because you want to
may I
survive for
respond
another
to
8 months?
question, please?
Arnab,
Because you want to survive for another 8 months?
The
Arnab.
first need of the hour was to establish peace.
Peace.
To somehow contain the riots.
So justice
and
be damned.
the situation is still quite volatile.
So justice
and for
be damned.
15 days the government was trying
Arnab.
hard. The central government was on a 12-hourly basis in contact with the UP government. They sent forces, they tried to
No,
calm
you
the
are not.
situation. And still the situation is
Arnab, may I
not
That's
very
hypocrisy
quiet.
again. That's hypocrisy. That's
So
hypocrisy.
please, one thing
Arnab,
is
I
that.
want to
Secondly,
respond.
a CBI inquiry would be a very good thing to happen, but as you know, it has to be recommended or it has to be
Because
sought.
the Congress
Now
would
that
have the
could be
control to the
considered.
inquiry.
There should be a debate in the House. And as far as dismissal of the government is concerned, that's a different
What are
way
you
of
saying?
doing
You're
it.
again wrong.
And the governor and the
You're
government
again
has
wrong.
to decide.
The Kandama, no, you're again wrong.
At
The
a time
par-
when
May I please
Muzaffarnagar is
respond?
You are
burning,
telling-
Joshi,
we cannot talk about
Aarti
this.
you're again, Miss Aarti Jairat is responding.
Action.
Yeah.
They want action,
Action.
not words.
Arnab, I want to respond to
They
if you
want
allow me
action.
to.
No, but Aarti, what's...
Debate endlessly. But what about action? What has the central
Arnab,
government done?
please understand.
They have enough powers to act in concert
Why
with
12
the state
companies?
government to
12
ensure that
companies
action
of army
is
was
taken
sent
against those
on the
who
6th.
create communal
On the 6th, an
situations.
advisory was sent to the UP government. On the 7th, the Home Minister spoke to the
Arnab, may I
Chief Minister. The Prime Minister personally spoke to the Chief Minister. The question is...
But still
the
no
Central
action. Where's the
Advisory can
action?
give you forces, but
Where's
law
the
and
action?
order-
Pawan Verma.
law and order is a state
Pawan
policy.
Verma, 1 minute.
You
Gaurav
can't
Bhatia
listen
coming
me.
to you, but I want to go to Pawan Verma. No, where's the action? Is it a question not legitimate to ask?
I will tell you where the action is.
You-
if you
you are
allow me
not-
to speak, Arnab.
Gaurav Bhatia, your turn after Mr. Verma. I'll give you full
Arnab,
opportunity.
I
Yes,
have to
Mr.
be-
Verma.
Yes. Yes.
Where's the action, Mr. Verma?
You asked me a question
Yes.
on the action taken by the Congress party.
Or the Samajwadi
Sorry,
Party or
there
either?
was so much screaming and shouting I couldn't. No, please ask me the question. I'm here to answer.
My
you.
question is that do you feel that there has been any action? There's Gaurav Bhatia sitting there who keeps saying that there has been so much action. Rita Bahuguna Joshi gave me a list of telephone calls exchanged here and there, and she, in her definition, calls it action. I don't think it's action. Do you think it's action?
No, army.
No,
Army was sent.
I believe there was scope for much greater action, far more expeditiously, because we cannot play with innocent lives anymore. And I have said in the beginning, Arnab, and please don't belittle what I said, the complicity of political parties in communal riots is very, very frightening. In the last 2 months since the BJP broke in Bihar, there have been 12 communal incidents when there were none for 8 years before.
Now, what are you suggesting? What are you
It
suggesting?
is a very serious matter.
So what are you suggesting? Can I ask
I am
you?
suggesting that the agenda, let me not mince my words.
Yeah, don't mince
I
your
am
words.
saying to you that the agenda of the BJP now, especially under Mr. Narendra Modi and directed by the RSS, is to ferment communal polarization
no, one second.
with the idea of electoral dividend.
How do you know this?
It's also,
Subramaniam
it's
Swami,
also not
Subramaniam Swami
accepted by
countering you.
national.
Subramaniam Swami, yes. Gaurav Bhatia, I'll come to you. Subramaniam Swami is countering you. That was a point to the BJP. Subramaniam Swami.
He is condemning himself. He says when BJP was in power, there were no communal riots. This means that Mr. Nitish Kumar is an incompetent fellow. He
When
cannot
when the
control a
BJP
communal
and the
riot.
JDU
Just
were-
because somebody from outside the government carries out a communal riot, then he says that this is the agenda
It
of
is not
RSS.
a coincidence,
How does he know? Is he
Mr. Swami,
RSS?
that you have
Is
had
he
the
a-
riots after the
decision
BJP
maker?
left the government.
Oh, okay. This is all. They are all wild charges. You have done it yourself. Your incompetence is responsible for
This
the
is not
communal
a
riots in
wild charge,
Bihar.
it's happening on the ground, Mr. Swami.
Can I come in?
So what? How do you get infer from that?
No, are you blaming? One second, Pawan Verma, don't go. Pawan Verma, 1 minute. Pawan Verma, are you saying, you know, what you're saying, Pawan Verma,
Excuse me, I had
1 minute, just one
Yes.
question. One question, I'll let you go.
Yes.
My question
Yes.
to you is that are you saying
Yes.
that after Amit Shah's appointment or after Narendra Modi getting prominence, there have been riots in UP? How many riots have been there in UP before Amit Shah's appointment, before Narendra Modi became? So are you going to blame Amit Shah and Narendra Modi for the Muzaffarnagar riots? No,
Please understand that I'm not saying that. No, first you ask a question, please let me answer it.
Go ahead.
I am not saying that Mr. Amit Shah is responsible for all the communal riots that have happened in India. But let me make the point without any ambivalence to you. Mr. Amit Shah's appointment in UP after the record with which he has come from Gujarat is responsible primarily for the VHP Yatra at this time, even when the BJP is talking
on the 4th of June 2012.
Arnab, please allow me to...
Gaurav Bhatia.
Arnab. Yes. Arnab, I don't know about the riots in Bihar, but for sure there is a pattern which the BJP is introducing in the state of UP. First, Mr. Amit Shah visits Ayodhya, talks about Ram Temple again. Even in this case, it was their BJP MLA, Mr. Sangeet Som, who has been identified distributing a fake video to incite communal violence. So it is clear that the BJP wants that communal tension should flare up, and they feel that it would be to their advantage. But I think the people will teach them a lesson. Secondly, on the point whether the state government did enough or not...
Can you answer that? Can Subramaniam Swamy answer your first point?
FIRs...
Can Subramaniam Swamy answer your first point before your second point comes in?
Second point also.
What is his first point?
Well, his first point is... his first point is that one of your MLAs has been accused of...
ridiculous.
One of your MLAs has been accused of circulating a video... A fake video.
That is not his first point.
Yeah.
His first point is
distributing CDs.
His first point is that Amit Shah said that the Ram Mandir must be built. I mean, if we are Hindus, we are going to say that Ram Mandir must be built.
At Ayodhya.
Doesn't mean that.
Yes. Why? Ayodhya
there is
for the first time.
What do you mean? You think that
so what is it that the BJP wants? That there should be communal tension everywhere
in this country, except these sanitized Hindus who are westernized so much that they don't even know their tradition.
Are we moving away from the subject? Subramaniam Swamy,
are we the only Hindu voice? Subramaniam Swamy, you are not the only Hindu voice, please.
What is the second question?
No, Subramaniam...
Who gives you the right to speak for all the Hindus of the country?
Because I speak for the Hindus. I speak for the Hindus.
For all the Hindus.
I am not one of those
please don't represent us. Others. We would rather have peace and harmony in the country.
Oh, I don't know. You are not a Hindu. I consider you as a sanitized Hindu. I don't consider you as a true Hindu.
You may consider me
so
to be an Indian.
I'm speaking on your behalf. I'm speaking on behalf of...
Gaurav Bhatia, you know, one second. Can I just take a... You know, this is a very interesting fixed match.
Yes, please do.
SP, BJP... I'm sorry.
Fixed match again.
No, again.
Arnab, why don't you decide? It's a
again,
because you in the process. I think you're very confused this time.
Because Gaurav Bhatia,
you say that it's a fixed match with Congress.
Because Gaurav Bhatia,
the reality is that the state government is acting in the right manner.
Mr. Bhatia,
it is wanting to ensure that law and order prevails.
Mr. Bhatia
would never see that side.
You have not acted in the right manner. Mr. Bhatia, you did not act at the right time. And the incident of crime
Rita-ji, you have far more experience than me.
Why did the national president
promptly?
Gaurav, why did the national president of your party meet the VHP leader Singhal? Why did he have to meet Mr. Singhal?
There is nothing wrong, Rita-ji. There is a healthy democracy.
Was started by VHP.
In healthy democracy, you are supposed to meet everybody.
2 hours to the leader. Of an outfit.
Mr. Bhatia.
Communal disharmony.
Mr. Bhatia.
No, you made a mistake.
Mr. Bhatia, it is being suggested.
Why are we going back to the 1990s?
No, we don't need to go back. We don't need to. We just... One second. Because Mr. Gaurav Bhatia is not taking a straight question tonight. He's not taking a single straight question tonight.
You please ask me.
And not just that, he's batting so defensively.
You've not asked me a straight question.
He is batting so defensively tonight.
You asking me.
That it makes me wonder whether he knows from the start that he's on the back foot.
Thank you for your judgment, Anna.
No judgment. I have just one.
Ask your straight question.
My straight question is, Mr. Bhatia, now let me make it as straight as possible. You, today, before the election, don't want to carry out a single arrest. Now, this is the fact. You don't want to carry out arrests. Because if 1 second, Mr. Bhatia, allow me to complete. You interrupted me in 3 words. If you arrest, you will have to carry out arrests of all people involved. And before an election, you don't want to carry out the arrest. What you are doing today is trying to deliberately delay the process of justice by setting up a commission over which you will then apply your your mind. And if and when you do apply your mind on it, it will be time for the elections. And Mr. Bhatia, 39, 40 communal clashes have already happened. You have no right today, Mr. Bhatia. No right today. You may be running the government of you have no right today to send a message out to the people of this country and the world that before an election, a state government will refuse to act as it promised to. And you have no business after that trying to do competitive. You are in power.
Please.
You are in power. You are in power. And I'll remind you that in Muzaffarnagar on the 4th of June 2012, when 2 women and 18 men were wounded in clashes, at that point of time there were warning bells missed. On the 6th of April 2013 in Meerut, when several people were injured, you talk about this particular post against an incendiary Facebook post. You were in power.
Respond to your question.
You were in power. In all these cases, you have not acted. No, Mr. Bhatia.
Allow me the same amount of time when I'm replying to your question.
Mr. Bhatia, Judicial Commission is not credible. A Judicial Commission is not credible. RT is a Judicial Commission.
Okay.
Is a Judicial Commission the last word?
No, there have been so many commissions. Nanavati Commission, Sri Krishna Commission, Ranganath Mishra Commission, all the various communal violence that we've seen in the country. And has any action been taken on any of those commission reports? What's the point of yet another commission report?
Yeah, what's the point? In February this year...
You ask me a question, but you don't give me a chance to reply.
No, I'll give you an example of why we won't believe you. Because in February this year...
It's difficult for me to assimilate such a long question.
No, it's a simple point. I'll give you one example and then if you can rebut it. Otherwise, you accept that what you are doing is trying to fool the people. In February this year, you ordered a judicial inquiry into the Allahabad stampede. Okay? On national television tonight, Gaurav Bhatia. As you appoint yet another Judicial Commission. That report was supposed to be submitted in 2 months and action was supposed to be taken immediately after that. That's February this year, which means by April this year, the action was supposed to have been done. The Judicial Commission was supposed to have submitted its report, everything finished. What has happened? Yeah. What happened to the report?
Now may I respond?
What happened to the action?
Now let me respond. Arnab, yes, let's put the facts in the right perspective. A Judicial Commission does not mean that the other things that have to be undertaken under the law would not be done. So whatever FIRs had to be registered were registered on time, arrests have been made, action is being taken. Judicial Commission has been set up in addition to whatever action is being taken by the state government. It is a time-bound process. Within 2 months, the Judicial Commission would submit its report. That does not mean the state government would not be acting within
buying time again. Samajwadi Party buying time again once again.
And secondly, Arnab, Secondly, please.
No, you tell me today. You tell me today, Gaurav Bhatia. I don't want to just quarrel with you, but you tell me today. No, you tell me today. When the inquiry commission has been given 2 months' time, does that mean that all the politicians named in the FIR will not be arrested till then?
No.
Why is your chief minister so non-committal on that?
That's the point I was trying to make. That is why I was trying to just clarify that if somebody has been named in the FIR and investigation is on, the IO has the right.
Tell me the process. I know the process.
He needs to arrest that person.
Subramaniam Swami, why that?
So then the Judicial Commission would not hamper the process of investigation.
See, you have.
So don't try to connect the two.
Unfortunately, you will not. Gaurav Bhatia, if inaction means you are encouraging other rioters to carry out riots. Inaction, and you will be responsible. I am saying on television, your state government will be responsible for inaction, which encourages the wrong elements.
50 preventive arrests.
Subramaniam Swami, last 2 minutes.
Okay.
Arnab, they will not
catch some of the big guys.
The main players.
Catch some of the big guys. What's the point of doing preventive arrests of small guys?
Gaurav Bhatia. Subramaniam Swami, Gaurav Bhatia leaving the debate.
Understand what is happening in Western UP.
Yeah, but
see, there is a very strong cultural, political and social bonding between the Muslims and the Hindus, especially the Jats, Muslims and the Jats. And it suits both the Samajwadi Party and the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Why did Rahul Gandhi not demand 356 today?
So they will not.
Why did Rahul Gandhi not demand 356 today?
The real players.
Why did Rahul Gandhi not demand 356 today?
Sorry?
Why did Rahul Gandhi not demand 356 today? President's rule.
He is the vice president of my national party. He'll decide it. They will think what they have to say or not to say.
What is there to think?
I don't stand for what they have to say.
3 weeks have passed. There is no action. What is there to think?
But my party is very sensitive. Rahul Gandhi ji is sensitive. The government is very keen
sensitivity is not the issue.
BJP,
this is not
BJP and Samajwadi want a total total divide between the Jat.
Subramaniam Swamy.
They have been bonded for centuries. They've been bonded for centuries.
Yes.
Into socio
yes, and yes, very much they have,
to the advantage of
very
both
much they
BJP
have.
and SP.
You are right and you are wrong, because they have been bonded for centuries. What you forgot to add was that the party on whose support you survive in Delhi is also responsible for leading the most disastrous state government, which has had the most communal clashes, and all this tokenism and Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi and Manmohan Singh going there does not do away with the fact that you've given them an extremely long rope.
Critical of the government.
Rope.
We are extremely critical of the government.
Subramaniam Swamy, last word.
Law and order is a state subject, and they should have handled it when they failed the central government intervene.
She doesn't want to stop talking, I think. I want to say this, that this tendency to say that just because somebody has got a FIR registered or a summons, automatically that they should be considered guilty. Ms. Sonia Gandhi has got a summons from the US court for the genocide of Sikhs. How are you to say that she is also one of those people who should be arrested? I mean, where is the limit to this? Fact is that the investigating officer has to make up his mind. If the government is incompetent, dismiss the government. Who's stopping the government? If the government is not acting according to the constitution, send a notice from the
until then,
256, not 356, 256.
Or not?
No, one second. And Subramaniam Swamy, you can conveniently blame the state government, but you will refuse to accept the fact that your party leaders defied the imposition of Section 144. So your party leaders, along with all other politicians, have all the right to break the law. You'll break the law. You'll break the law, and then you'll criticize those who don't implement the law. I mean, that's double standard, Subramaniam Swamy.
That is what Mahatma Gandhi taught.
Booked under cybercrime.
That is what Mahatma Gandhi taught us.
Break
stupid laws.
You break, please.
Mahatma Gandhi told us that when you find that the government is acting stupidly, break those.
Break Section 144. That's what Subramaniam Swamy's recipe is. Break Section 144. Despite a communally charged situation, and then go and blame the state government for it.
That is your opinion.
That is what you said.
When you come peacefully, you put 144. This is ridiculous.
So use wonderful logic, Subramaniam Swamy. Your logic is wonderful. Why did the state government not clamp down and criticize them for that? Why did we break the law? Why did we break the law? Because we chose to.
It may not be to your liking.
Well, certainly it's not.
Of course we break the law.
I thought you were the lawyer. I thought you believed in the law.
You can arrest them.
I thought you were the lawyer.
Of course I believe in the law. If you break the... of course I do believe in the law. But I also know how to challenge the law.
Well, certainly, but you are advocating breaking of the law, which I think is very interesting and at the same time dangerous. Subramaniam Swamy, Aarti Jairat.
If there is a stupid
Can I have the last word, Arnab?
These people went to...
You're not... Aarti is not going to let that go uncontested. Aarti Jairat to Subramaniam Swamy before I wrap up.
I want the last word. I don't know why politicians don't get it. I think the national mood is against communalization of politics, and I think that political parties better listen to what the voices from the ground are telling them. Otherwise, they will get a big shock when the election results come around.
Subramaniam,
better than you, Mr. Swamy, better than you. I'm afraid better than you.
Yeah, that's what you think. So sitting around pushing your pen doesn't make you knowledgeable about the people.
We'll see when the results come in 2014. We'll see.
See how the people are upset.
We'll see when the results come in 2014.
Go and find out that instead of pontificating.
I hate to break this.
Absolutely, people are very upset that they're not being protected, and they do not want this kind of debate on you are bad and you are communal and you are secular. That's not what people want to hear.
Pontificate,
people want action.
Your pontification has no value.
Subramaniam Swamy and Aarti Jairat. Aarti Jairat and Subramaniam Swamy. Subramaniam Swamy, Aarti Jairat and Rita Bahuguna Joshi. With a promise that Times Now will not just follow but expose how. We will on this channel expose how the Akhilesh government is refusing to act, and we'll also follow how the central government is doing nothing than just issue the standard statements. We'll follow both angles of this story. Thank you very much for joining me on Newshour Debate #1 tonight. Thank you.